There were problems at the North Pole last week. Mortimer Oleander had many plans for completely buying up the Arctic region and changing it forever. Santa and his helpers soon realized that Christmas would also be changed, if not lost, to the future. They decided to get together and brainstorm ways to stop him.
Bah! Humbug!
Humbug him. Let's have a day when we don't worry about Oleander and his plans.
All right. I was thinking about something earlier today. I'm sure you've noticed the days are getting shorter and it's getting darker much earlier. Seems like that would make me sad, but it doesn't. I realize how many people celebrate with light during this month. In fact, Hanukkah is going on right now.
That's right. And St. Lucia is celebrated at homes in Europe this weekend.
Don't forget about the Advent wreaths people made.
Yeah, and I love flying over people's houses with all their lights up.
And in cartoons, a light bulb over a person's head indicates an idea.
December is the darkest month of the year. For centuries, people have come up with ways to break through that darkness and bring light into their lives to remind them that life, warmth, and growth will eventually return. In fact, they often design celebrations around different types of light. St. Nicholas is not the only saint recognized as a gift giver. St. Lucia, or St. Lucy, her feast day is celebrated on December 13th. She was known to have brought food and other things to anyone in need. The story is told that she decided to remain single, but her mother and boyfriend wanted her to marry. She died as a martyr. On her feast day, the oldest daughter of each house wears white robes and a crown of lighted candles as she carries coffee and saffron rolls into her parents for breakfast. In some areas, there are evening processions to Santa Lucia that walk through the streets of the small towns. Light, provided by candles in the past and electric bulbs, are used to decorate the Christmas tree inside the house. By 1900, people were counting on the safety of electric lights to decorate their Christmas trees and other places inside their homes. Even Thomas Edison talked about the beauty of the lights on the tree. And people went through various styles of lights, from white globes that turned color when lighted, to strings that went entirely out if one bulb blew out. Many companies molded lights for the tree in different shapes, especially as birds. And finally, in the mid-20th century, bubble lights came on the scene. Candles have a long history of bringing light to the darkness of December. 1 pink and 3 purple candles in Advent calendars are used to mark the Sundays that lead to Christmas. In the 1940s, popular decorations included small figurine candles of angels, snowmen, Santa, and more. You could buy these in the local 5 and 10 for 10 cents apiece. In many homes, electric candles were put in each window to lead friends and family back home. But in recent years, people have added decorations on the outside of their houses and yard. It might be a single string of lights outlining the building, or it might involve a lot more. In many areas, there are festivals of lights that you can walk or drive through. These elaborate displays, including jumping reindeers, sledding elves, and carolers, are both entertaining and serve as a means to raise funds for Christmas charities. But one of the oldest traditions, referred to as a festival of lights, is not related to Christmas. The celebration of Hanukkah predates the Nativity and Christmas. At Hanukkah, a candle or oil is lighted on 8 nights in a row to commemorate the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem, the social and religious center of the Jewish people. The menorah is a special holder for the lights and can be found in homes, synagogues, and public places in December.
I'm feeling much better about the future now. Let's go out and talk to some of our friends, or all of our friends here at the North Pole, and see if they have some ideas that will help us. We want to stop oleander from taking our homes and ruining Christmas. Let's go out and get some help. Well, it's great to see you all here. I hope you all got lots of ideas from when people went around the North Pole when you went and talked to them. We've got to find a way to stop Mortimer Oleander from buying up the North Pole. His restaurant, his resort and restaurant would be a terrible idea. It would be the end of our village, and that would be the end of Christmas.
That hotel was ugly.
And the casino would be ugly too, and noisy.
And I hate that golf course.
And the last thing we need is another shopping mall to eventually stand empty.
Can you, imagine the roads that they're going to have to build. They're going to crisscross everywhere, and the bridges to get places. It's going to change everything.
All those changes could mean the end to this Christmas and the future Christmases. Christmas depends on us winning this fight. I hope others at the North Pole have some more ideas that'll help us keep oleander from buying up the North Pole.
Well, some of the elves have been taking their work to our neighbors and taking samples of things they bought online. They're pointing out how the quality would be lost if the workshop were to close.
I think we should organize protests.
Did we get other ideas?
Yes, the polar bears have decided that they would be willing to do a sit-in. And the walruses, they said that they would be willing to plop down and do a sleep-in. And you know what a mess that'll make.
And the whales have decided to sing all through the night as long as possible. And they hope that Mr. Mustache won't be able to sleep because of the whale songs.
The reindeer have said if we started the snowblowers, we could have more ice around the North Pole. We have sleighs and we can get around, but all they have is trucks. And I don't think they can handle the ice.
The elves have said that they would be willing to build a snow fence around the North Pole to keep out Oleander's workmen.
I think we should organize protests.
All the birds have agreed to help. The snow buntings already know how to throw rocks at spiders, while the northern fulmars spit at their enemies. And the kittiwags will fly over and drop what gulls always drop. Yuck! They've also pledged to swoop down and grab up any golf balls if Oleander builds a golf course. You know, we haven't heard from those ringed seals.
And the ringed seal should hide until Mr. Mustache leaves town. They're too cute.
You're right, Wally. The ringed seals are very cute. The tourists follow them around. They just love them, those seals.
I think we should organize protests.
Some of these ideas are really wonderful ideas. They have one thing in common, though.
What?
Well, they'll work this year, but if we don't keep them up next year and the years after, it won't stop Mortimer from coming back.
Can't we fix it forever?
Well, the only way to do that really is to make sure that he doesn't buy the land. Ever.
How would we do that? We don't have enough money to do it ourselves.
You folks heard of social media? Why did I even fly the transmitter to Baffling Mountains if we won't use the signal and we won't use social media with it?
Donder, that's a brilliant idea about the transponder, the transmitter that's up on Baffling Mountains. We can use it to get the message out. How do we do that?
I think we should tell people our story. We could get it to them by Twitter or tweet.
We should try a GoFundMe page.
How about a contest to remind people what we do up here?
I like that idea. What would the prize be?
A trip to the North Pole, of course.
And $12,000.
So we would need to think about a contest where we have people write in. We have people write in to remember their favorite Christmas present, the Christmas present that changed their life, so that they can write in about that and let us know, so that way that they remember the importance of Christmas and everything at the North Pole.
Yes, and I think we need to do this right away. We need to remind them. We can't waste any time. Who knows how to do all this computer stuff and tweeting?
If someone will help me with the typing, I can handle the computer part perfectly fine.
Great. Let's get started. Dear Mr. Claus, for this Christmas, I would like a new desk set, a quilt and a pillow, and a steak. I'll leave a plate of banana bread and milk. I promise to be asleep early. Patty C. in Massachusetts. I hope we hear from some of our friends today.
I'm sure we'll be hearing really soon.
Do you think they're responding to our situation?
Yes. But meanwhile, your letters are really piling up.
Yes, they are.
Those polar bears are getting in my way. Make them stop.
The polar bears don't belong to me. I can't tell them what to do. And they won't take the directions from me. They're bigger than I am.
And they bite.
Well, at least stop that awful constant noise.
He means the whale song, dear.
I don't know why that bothers you. We love the sound of the whales. And they're bigger than I am, too.
How am I supposed to get anything done around here with all these things getting in my way?
Maybe it's a good idea to think of another place to build the Oleander Center. How about Australia?
That is a ridiculous idea.
Just think. You could sell the tourist rides in the kangaroo pouches.
Is it a ridiculous idea, though? I wonder. No, I want the North Pole, and I'm going to get it. I've got bids in for all the countries around here. Russia, Canada, Norway, Denmark, and the United States. And I should be hearing pretty soon. I told them that I'm in a hurry.
Somebody's not a happy camper. Well, Santa, I have a few updates. Just in case Ornery Oleander decides to start his project before he should, I wanted to let you know that we took the reindeer out of town. Cadwallader took the reindeer up to the frozen pasture, so Oleander won't be able to find them, and he can't sneak them onto a truck and take them away. Also, before Cadwallader left, he said that he got a very interesting entry from a young girl by the name of Natalie Forrest, who is coming up here.
But a visit to the North Pole is the prize.
She said that she wants to come up here, and she's on her way, and she's willing to help.
Well, let's see what she has to say. We could always use the help. We won't give up. Christmas must happen. I have an idea about something else I want to try.